inspirational and motivational here at Clubhouse. Get a better mindset and set your goals here at Clubhouse. Educational things you need to know here at Clubhouse. Like credit, home, buying, loans, and much more here at Clubhouse. The space for education, motivation, and inspiration. Clubhouse. The space for education, motivation, and inspiration. Clubhouse.
Hey, Erica. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing today? Welcome to the Homebuyers Clubhouse, where we go live every Wednesday and every Friday. On Wednesdays, we give something inspirational and motivational, and on Fridays, we give something educational. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Jessie Lynn. I am a Triangle Realtor with A to Z Realty. Ms. Erica, introduce yourself, honey.
Hey, I am Erica Batts. I'm your mortgage loan officer with New American Funding.
All right, y'all. So today we are talking about credit. We are doing our credit series this month. And over the next few weeks, we will be doing our credit series. So I'm really excited. Last week we talked about what was credit and what to look for as a mortgage advisor or lender. We discussed what you look at whenever you view their credit and all of that. And this week we are talking about how to read your credit report or what to look for, how to examine your credit report. So that's what we're talking about today. And I'm really excited about that. So Erica, last week we kind of went in and we just told them, okay, this is what you should look for. This is how to find it. So let's get started and let's kind of go into that. Last week we told them to go where to find their credit report. Annualcreditreport.com. That's where you go to get. Yes, annualcreditreport.com. And you can use Credit Karma and all of that, but again, that's not gonna really help you. It can help you monitor your score, but as far as getting a mortgage, you want to go to annualcreditreport.com. You can get your full credit report. And that's what we're going to talk about today, how to examine it or whatever. Your score may not be on there. You may have to pay for your score. Is the score on there?
The score is not included on your free credit report.
Yeah, I didn't think so. So you can go to myfico.com. They would have all of that in there for you. So for those of you guys who don't know, because when we ask you what's your credit score, y'all give us one. There are 3 different credit bureaus. You have Equifax, you have Experian, and you have TransUnion. And unfortunately, a lot of people do not know that. And again, for those of you guys who want notes and who may not be able to get the notes, everything that we're talking about in this series is in our book, The Home and Credit Recipe. So in the front of the book, you have your journal, you have information about home ownership, and in the back, you have information about credit and how to repair your credit, and also offer dispute letters. Anyway, so like I was saying, there are 3 different credit bureaus in the United States. You have Equifax, you have Experian, and you have TransUnion. So the first thing you want to do is when you get that credit report, you definitely want to examine your credit. You want to go through it. And we talked about this. I told them to get last week. Do you remember, Erica?
I'm sorry, my internet is having some issues right now.
Oh, it's okay. So I just keep talking. If you want to come in, you can come in there. How about that? Okay. So anyway, last week we talked about once you get your report, what to do. You want to look at it closely. You want to take your time. We always talk about repairing your credit in by using only about 10 minutes of your time each month. So what you want to do when you get your credit report is going to be pretty long and it's going to be detailed. They're going to have stuff on there like your personal information, like your social security number, your birthday, your addresses, your employer, all of that. So your credit information It's going to be on there. It's going to have your open accounts. It's going to have your closed accounts. It's going to have your creditor name, your original loan amounts, and your payment history and credit limits. It's also going to have the amounts owed on your credit report as well. Let me click over just to make sure I'm still going. Erica, can you hear me okay?
I can't hear you.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure. I know sometimes when I click off the screen, y'all can't hear me. Everything goes out. So I'm just trying to make sure I give y'all everything. So we have your open accounts, you have your closed accounts, you have your creditor's name, your original loan amounts, your payment history, your credit limit, your amounts owed. It's going to have any public record information. That's going to be stuff like from the courts and any bankruptcies and all of that. And it's also going to have something that's called your hard inquiries. Erica, what is that? As for the information y'all view the credit reports.
So your hard inquiries is people who have
I keep going.
checked your credit. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. Yep. Your hard inquiries are people who have checked your credit in order to offer you credit. There are other people who will check your credit for things like credit card offers or things like that.
Definitely.
Those things are soft inquiries. So those are not things that count against you. I mean, the house is having issues with the storms that are going out. So, kind of. Yeah. Hear me. So did both of us go out, or was it just me? I don't know, because mine went out too. So, but we're back.
Yeah,
So,
it said StreamYard. It said StreamYard. It went down. I thought it was you. I saw you go out, and then I saw me go out. It's like StreamYard is like we're having issues.
yes.
So yeah, I thought it was your internet, but no, we both went out. All right, audience, we back. Sorry about that. Look, sorry about that.
All right. So where were we?
So yeah, that's today, girl. Yeah. Anyway, so
Now, I don't know if it's your internet or my internet, but yeah, hold on.
I don't think it's you. I think it's StreamYard. I saw it go out on my side too.
Can you hear me?
I think it's StreamYard. It's just it went out on my side too. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Audience, can y'all hear us?
Now I can hear you. So I don't know if it's some
difficulties today.
Yeah. All right, so we were talking about these credit reports.
Yeah, Alexia says she can hear us. Thank you so much for letting us know, because we are just in and out of the studio for some reason. I don't know what's going on today. So, Erica, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, yes.
All right. So, can you explain to the audience, like, as a lender, what do you do? What do you look at based on those things I just mentioned whenever you view their reports? Does that affect them as a lender or not?
Your hard inquiries, a lot of times hard inquiries can bring your score down. So, that may be something that we look at there. You're also looking at what kinds of things that you've gotten. So if you're seeing, let's say maybe timeshares or recreational vehicles, those kind of things, like you may have done that the week before you applied for a mortgage. And so now we're going to have to ask about, okay, did you actually obtain something that is not on your credit report right now? So those things go into your debt to income ratio. So those are definitely things that we look at.
Okay, let's keep going, y'all. So as you look at your report, you want to look at like the following information. First thing you want to look at the errors on your credit report. Are there any errors on your credit report? So are there any accounts that don't belong to you? Are there any late payments that weren't actually late? So that's the very first thing that you want to look at. And again, this homework last week, we told you guys to pull your credit report. So write this down as we go. And again, if you want this, we have a book. It's called The Home and Credit Recipe, www.hcrjournal.com. All right. So the second thing that you want to look at is your past due accounts. And Erica, you just said that earlier. This is like any payments that are late and any accounts that have been charged off or handed over to collections. Why is that important, Erica, as a lender?
Because that gives us an idea as to if you are going to be a person of your word. Do you pay your bills on time? Because you have to remember, with a mortgage, we're giving you $200,000, $300,000 or more as far as money. And if you haven't been able to pay back $1,000, then that's something that we want to know.
Okay. So the next thing is you want to look at your current credit accounts. So in particular, you're looking for any credit accounts that are over the limits or at the max. Okay. And we're going to talk about why this is important later. But again, this is how you examine your credit report. This is the very first thing you do whenever you start repairing and fixing and building your credit, because you want to know what's on there. You can't fix it if you don't know what's on there. Okay. So we're breaking these things down. We talked about them last week and why they mattered on your credit report. So we're going to talk about how to fix them. Okay. For those of you guys just tuning in. All right. So with each of those things, you're going to approach each of those things, each situation differently. So we told you to get some highlighters. So with each highlighter, you want to highlight each thing. So we talked about your errors on your credit report. That's going to be you're going to highlight all of your past due accounts. That's going to be another color. And then you're going to highlight your credit card accounts. Your current credit accounts. So anything that's over the limit, anything that's at its max. And we talked about this last week, and we're going to talk about it again to refresh your memory. But you just want to look at your report and you want to highlight these things so you'll know and you'll understand how to go in and attack your credit report. Okay. So you want to highlight all of those things and you want to flag it. And just depending on your financial activity, there's going to be a lot of stuff on there. It's going to be a lot of information to sort through. And like I said, it's going to be intimidating, but you want to know what's there. You can't run from it if you're running from it. And if you're feeling like this, you need to remember, just take it one step at a time. One step at a time. You don't have to fix everything on your credit report at one time. Step by step, you'll progressively improve your credit scores as you take the right actions. But for now, you really just want to focus on highlighting all of that information. Y'all got me? Audience, are y'all with me? Erica, you with me, girl?
I'm with you.
So yeah, that's very important. And once you highlight those things, we're going to talk about disputing those things on your credit report, because this is how you build and this is how you repair your credit. Okay. So when you dispute these things, just know that you can dispute these things online, by phone, or through mail.
So one of the things that I do just want to say, when you were talking about errors, so the types of errors that you generally want to look for are things like addresses that didn't belong to you, or it may say alternate names, things that you may have had. It may be someone else that has your same first and last name, but have a different middle initial,
And
things
we're
like
going to
that.
talk about one out. All right, I think we back. Erica,
Okay.
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Good. It wasn't you, it's StreamYard. So it's not your phone, but you are breaking up also. We're going to wrap this up pretty quickly.
Okay.
I was today, but yeah, let's talk about disputes. Audience, if y'all can hear me, I'm going to keep going. I'll look at the tape and just see if I need to go back over this stuff again next week.
Hey,
So
Alexia,
again,
girl.
you should, huh?
I was telling our audience member, Alexia, I was telling her hello.
Oh yeah, I appreciate her because she's helping us because I don't know what's going on with StreamYard today. It's really acting up.
Yeah.
All right. So look, your credit, dispute your credits. It can be done online. It can be done through phone or through mail. Okay. We're going to talk about which ones are important and the best way to do it as we kind of go through. Okay. So I can't see so let's go.
Okay.
All right. So errors are ignorant for 4 different reasons, right? So a creditor, a bank, a credit card company, or another lender, they may have made a mistake and reported a late payment or default incorrectly. So a collection agency, they could have also incorrectly reported reported collecting on a debt that doesn't actually belong to you also. Your identity, it could have been stolen. One of your existing accounts, like a credit card, was compromised and used by someone that's not authorized. So these are some of the reasons why you can have errors on your report. And if y'all look at our book, thank you, Alexia. I really appreciate you, girl, because we are struggling over here today. I don't know what's going on. If you look in the book, y'all, we have how to read those errors in the book. Because when you look at your report, it's going to be weird codes on your credit report. And each one of those codes, they mean different things. Okay. So in the book, it breaks everything down and it also shows a photo of how to actually read your credit report and some errors. So you may see like a late payment, or you may see different dates that was reported by the credit card companies, or different amounts by the credit card company, which could harm your credit. Especially if they're saying you're maxed out and you've paid that off 3 months ago, or saying you're late and you wasn't late. So it's so many things that you have to look at when you look at your report. And again, if you want that book, www.hcrjournal.com. So we just talked about the reasons for errors on your credit report. Erica, you got any questions? Or you got anything you want to add?
Well, I do want to add some things, but I think we got sponsors.
Oh God, girl, it's so many distractions from this.
Okay.
Thing.
So I will say, one of the things I would say is you want to look at, like, especially if you're a junior or a senior, things like that. Make sure all those credit accounts belong to you, because a lot of times you will have, fathers and all of those things. That's stuff that does not really belong to you. So make sure you look at that, and then and do dispute any of those things. One of the other things is accounts that have been opened when you may have been a minor. That's another big thing. So those are things that I would definitely say, let's have a conversation if that is your situation.
That's some good information. So have you seen like issues on credit reports as a lender with people who's credit reports for people when they were minors or children?
I have, and in some cases, it has led to some prosecution, things like that. Sometimes it has, and then sometimes it's been debts that they just erase the debt. So it's been various things as to how those things have played out. But I've been in this industry for a while. So, what they did 10 years ago is not necessarily what they do today. Okay. So, but it's definitely a conversation.
Definitely. All right. So when we get back, y'all, we're going to continue talking about how to dispute these items on your report. Again, get your highlighters and get ready and take some notes. We'll see you guys shortly.
Hi, I'm Jay Monique, the founder of Her Power LLC. We host sisterhood events and have merch and custom cheesecake glasses to support our movement. Please check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
Hello, I am Maris Major, owner and operator of Major Cleanup LLC. It's not clean until it's major clean. MCU provides residential cleaning, commercial cleaning, professional organizing, home and space staging. You can find Major Cleanup on Instagram, Facebook, and on the web at mymajorcleanup.com.
This holiday season, give the gift that keeps on giving. Research shows that most rich people own or invest in real estate. But unfortunately for most, money, credit, or lack of knowledge prevents that. Break those chains and generational curses on your family. Leave your family with the gift of home ownership. Don't let credit hold you back, because this book will teach you how to build and restore your credit while helping you track your score and budget. It also has real life stories to help teach and encourage you once you are ready to start the home buying process. Give the gift of home ownership today.
All right, y'all. So we are back. So let's talk about how to dispute these areas. Earlier we said there are 3 different ways that you can do it, but the best way to do it is to, and the quickest way to do it is online, but we do not recommend that. The best way to do it is just basically write it down on paper. Put it on paper. You want to keep a paper trail of what's going on. Say what, Erica?
I'm agreeing. Yes.
Oh yeah, keep a paper trail. I've told this story before. I remember when I was disputing my credit and doing different things, I kept an eye on it. I received alerts through Credit Karma. Again, don't use Credit Karma for the score, but you can use it for monitoring your credit report. And if something popped up, I would dispute it. And what I did, I've taken a piece of notebook paper and just wrote it down, and I made a copy of it and I sent it to them or whatever. So you don't have, it's no particular way to do it, but you definitely want to keep a paper trail and keep track of those dates, and you want to continue to follow up with each one of them. Okay. So again, make copies of everything. You're not required to mail them, but again, and you're not required to do it in certified mail. You're not. So but just like I said, keep track of it. You can get an Excel spreadsheet. You can put these down on your computer and just put a reminder in your phone to when to follow up with these things, okay? Because you should get a response in about 30, 45 days from the credit bureaus. Erica, do you have anything that you want to say before I go? Before I keep going?
No, it's all great
Okay.
information.
All right. So when you file your credit disputes, again, be sure to include the following. You want to have a copy of your report, and you want to highlight the disputed items. You want proof that supports your claim, and you want to create explicit requests that the error on this report can either be corrected or removed. So you want them to say, look, I need y'all to take this off right now. Remove this from my credit report. However you want to word it. In the book, we have some templates, but we don't recommend that you use the templates. You can use the templates, but you want to put them in your own words, okay? Because you don't want to get flagged into the system. So what you want to do is, we just said you need to include support and proof of the items. If you don't include enough, the credit bureau may consider your claim frivolous, and you don't want that to happen. And if that's the case, they won't investigate the disputed items and won't issue any update to your credit report. So you definitely want to include proof. Don't ever, 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 ever admit that you're wrong in no kind of way. I was late because of this. No, you don't want to admit none of that. I don't want to say you're wrong ever, okay? You don't want to say it. All right. Again, another way to file a dispute is you can go online and you can file directly with the creditor. Your bank, your credit card company, or other lenders. You can do that. They are under the same legal requirements that the credit bureaus are. Erica, you can come in if you need to anytime, okay?
Okay.
So, huh?
I'm just saying, okay, yes.
After you dispute these items on your credit report, 1 or 2 things will happen. It will be a successful dispute, and they will update it on your credit report, and they will notify you in via mail or however. An unsuccessful dispute is basically no change will occur to your credit score, and your report will note you disputed an item. Okay. In situations, you can add a statement But if you absolutely know that this is not yours and this is an error on your report, you want to keep fighting it. You want them to show you, ask them for proof. Like, how did you come to this? Like, please explain to me why you said that this is not wrong. Like, you need to show me proof. I had to show you proof. Now you need to show me proof. So yeah, you need to keep fighting it for those rights. All right.
And I will
So
also I do just want to add that during the time that you're disputing that, they do remove it from your credit bureau report at that time until they can prove that it is a valid debt. So it will, drop off for a little while they're investigating.
there you go. And so I did notice this, like when people are trying to buy a house, because what people like to do is they like to dispute items and then they want their credit score to go up and then they want to apply for a mortgage. But could you please explain to them like how that, I mean, you did just kind of say it, but let them know, like, are you guys gonna approve a mortgage with open dispute or anything?
We will not. So the guidelines for Freddie and Fannie, who they basically do most of the loans, the guidelines say that no, you cannot do those with an open dispute. So those have to be addressed, because just like I can dispute everything on my credit report and it looks like I have an 800, but once all of those disputes come back as valid, now my score is a 550, and the interest rate is not the same for 800 as it is 550.
There you go. And again, if they're not willing to work with you guys and it's unsuccessful, what you can do is you can file a complaint with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. That's known as the CFPB. You can file a complaint with them, and you need to do the same thing. Provide as much information as you can as possible, showing them like, yo, I've been communicating with these credit bureaus and this is what's been going on. So that's why you want to keep paper trail, because you want to go to their boss's boss if they ain't acting right. Okay.
Right.
So, and following a dispute, just know this and keep this in mind. It can be very tedious, but it's absolutely necessary if you want to repair your credit. If you don't dispute your incorrect information, it will remain on your credit report. Okay. And it's going to continue to drag your score down. You don't want to do it, but it's something you have to do. It's almost like punishing your child. You don't want to put them in timeout. You don't want to punish them, but you got to do it. You got to. Erica, you got anything to add? Because that's it. That's all we have for today.
No.
And then next week, we're going to go into, we're going to talk about the steps you want to take if your identity was stolen and how to fix that as well. But right now, audience, do y'all have any questions? Do y'all have any questions before? We do have some free dispute letters. I think I only included like one. But if y'all want to go to www.hcrjournal.com, I have a checklist on there. There's a free home buying checklist, and there's also some free credit repair tips and a dispute letter in there. Now, like I said, I think we have quite a few in this book right here, the Home and Credit Journal Recipe, but you can start today if you wanted to. And we have a letter on there as well. So just get that letter and start today. But if you want these other letters that we included in this book, you're going to have to buy the book. But we give you free resources so you can get started and you'll know what to expect. Got anything you want to add before we go, Erica?
No. I know next week is Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah. We're not going to be here next week. But the next time
we won't be here next Friday. We'll be here on Wednesday, but not next Friday.
Yes. Thank you for reminding me of that. So yes, we're definitely not going to be here, but our next live, we're definitely going to talk about it. Just follow us in the book. If you have my book, we're going to talk about it. One night, I think we're just going to do a complete night of just talking about credit and like the home buying. We're going to do another seminar one day. We're going to do it again. But right now, just tune into our lives and let's talk about it and ask us any questions. I know a lot of you guys have jobs and y'all work, so y'all can inbox us anytime and ask us these questions. Erica Batts, you can find her in the group or online on hers. You can find me. We're in the group. So if y'all want to find us, just go into the group and look under the I think
it's under the mentors, but hey, if you just put it in the group, we will find it.
We will. We'll see it first. So yeah. All right, y'all. We hope you guys have a safe Thanksgiving holiday. We'll see you guys on Wednesday, so ain't no need to say that. But we hope you have an awesome weekend. If y'all have any questions, feel free to inbox us or message us anytime. Y'all can reach me at 919-818-9854. I am a realtor with ADZ Realty. Miss Erica, let them know how to get in contact with you, girl.
Hey, they can reach me at 919-608-7916, or you can also reach me at ericabats.com.
And y'all can reach us in the clubhouse at www.thehomebuyersclubhouse.com. You can also find us on Facebook in our private group and on our page at Homebuyers Clubhouse. You can also find us on YouTube at The Homebuyers Clubhouse. We hope you guys have an awesome weekend. We'll see you guys on Wednesday, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.